So guys, this is a follow-up on the video I did concerning Victor Osimhen and also Finidi George. I've read all your comments on my previous video. I've done the research. I've gotten a better understanding of what is happening between Finidi George and the NFF and also the Victor Osimhen angle. For those who want better clarification, check out this video.
Osimhen should have reached out to him first to find out if he did say what he was alleged to have said, rather than going public and with such disrespect. So I guess that issue is going to be handled on a more private level, and hopefully we'll come to a resolution that suits all parties. In some ways, while the reaction is what it was, I think I don't see how it can be said to be right, and I've got to say credit to Odionigalu for getting through to Osimhen to stop that live and get away from his phone. You can never take action when you're angry. You have to take a step back, cool down before you address issues. Now, the second thing is Finidi resigning, and I think I've seen people say some different things, but Finidi confirmed to me that yes, he did resign his position, but the reason was that he held a meeting with the NFF on Thursday. They had a very good conversation. They talked about the things and what to do going forward, and he asked them if they were going to back him. Now, at no point during that meeting did anybody tell him that they were going to appoint a technical advisor. Now, but here's the most important part. The NFF board had met on Wednesday and decided that they were going to get a technical advisor, which is what the communique said. But at that meeting on Thursday, Finidi said nobody told him that. And so it was when he landed in Port Harcourt after that meeting with the NFF that somebody called him and told him this is what was going on. And he had to park his car to actually read the link to see that, yes, this is what had happened. And so he said he waited for 2 days to see if anybody would contact him to say, hey, we've decided this, and nobody contacted him. So he felt if that was the case, then they didn't want him anymore. And that's why he decided to turn in his resignation. So I guess I just wanted to put some clarity on these two things for now. I'm having a Twitter live at 6 p.m. Nigeria time. So I guess I'll take some questions and answers on this, and we can address all of these at that time.
So guys, you have seen the video. That is from a journalist in Nigeria. His name is Colin Udo. I hope I got the name right. He gave a better understanding of what is happening. And I want to say this. I was wrong. I was wrong based on the fact that I did a review on the face value information I had. But then after getting all this information, this is my conclusion. The news outlet that broke the information, or the news out, they need to bring their evidence to, back up what they said. If not, they should be sued because they deceived everyone in the world and also Nigerians. 2, Victor Osimhen. I was in support of him defending himself because I'm not fake. We all would have acted exactly the same way if we were in the shoes of Victor Osimhen. So when I see people saying that he should have acted this or acted that, ask yourself, what would I do if I was in the shoes of Victor Osimhen? When someone levels an allegation against you, what would you do? But then, that being said, 2 wrongs do not make a right. So Victor Osimhen should apologize. Now, this is the reason why I believe Victor Osimhen should apologize. Because you see, we are Africans. We hold morals in high esteem. No matter how angry you are, you did not disrespect your elders. That is based on what we have been taught as Africans. We respect our elders. No matter how angry you are, you do not go ahead and disrespect your elders. So thank you to Igalo for, taking him and making him see things straight, that he should stop that life. And thanks to everyone who has spoken to him to calm down. Now it's left for an apology and to get him and Finidi George in one room to sort things out. Because what he did, yes, he disrespected Finidi George, said a lot of things, but he said it out of anger. He said it out of anger. So you can't, crucify him because of what he said out of anger. I mean, in any way or any case, he was trying to defend himself. Because it's not like the information was given to him privately. The information was in public domain. And I know most people believed every single thing that was, released that day. People believed it. So he had to also defend himself in public domain. So don't crucify Osimhen for getting more emotional and angry about the whole issue and disrespecting. But I just believe that two wrongs do not make a right. We just need to, find a middle ground. Osimhen apologizes to Finidi. They find themselves in one room, trash everything out face to face, and then it's as simple as that. It's boys. It's men talking to men. As for men, we don't hold grudges for too long. Yes, so that is that on Victor Osimhen, and that is my own stance on it, because I feel like he acted based on emotions, and if I was in his shoes, I would have done the same thing. I won't sit here and say, you should have called Finidi George first. You should have done this. That I'll be acting fake, because in that situation, I wouldn't have done that. I would have loved to defend myself in public domain, because my character has been slammed also in public domain. I hope you understand. Now, next is Finidi George. Now, I have made my own, assessment and opinion on Finidi George, that he was a bad coach for the Super Eagles. But then I see comments where people were like, he did well at Enimba, the local team in Nigeria, Yes, he was a good coach for that team, but he wasn't a good coach for the Super Eagles team. That's what you need to understand. For example, Graham Potter, he was a good coach for Brighton and Hove Albion, but he wasn't a good coach for Chelsea, because he jumped the whole, transition process and went from A straight to D. Instead of going from A to B to C, he is a coach in transition. And I said in my previous video that Finidi George is a coach who you take when you want to rebuild a team. The Nigerian squad does not need rebuilding. Looking at how well they did at AFCON, what they needed was a coach to instill a winning mentality in them, that we need to pick up from where we stopped at the AFCON. And people say Pesero this, Pesero that. See, do not disrespect Pesero. Pesero did a great job with Nigeria at the AFCON. He figured it out at AFCON, not before. He figured it out at AFCON. Before AFCON, things were not going well. But then suddenly, he had a style of play to get results. He knew how to, grind results, looking at the pool of players the Super Eagles had. So, with Finidi George, I'm going to maintain this. He wasn't a good coach for the Super Eagles. But then, he was a good coach with a number. Guess what? Sometimes life, timing is very important. He's a good coach, yes, but then the timing was just wrong. His appointment, the timing was just wrong. And next, we have to talk about the NFF, because it's as if this whole issue is about Finidi George and Victor Osimhen, and they're escaping. It's as if they act like nothing happened. Everybody is switching their attention from NFF and talking about Finidi George and Victor Osimhen issues. It's as if whatever has happened is an advantage to NFF, because no one is talking about them. They are the real enemy. See, I'm a Ghanaian and I'm talking like me, I'm a Nigerian. But then the true fact of the matter is, imagine Ghana and Nigeria going to the World Cup. Wouldn't it be a nice thing that we could actually banter ourselves? Probably you lose a match, I come and tease you. I lose a match, you tease me. It's cool. It's nice. And I still think the Nigerian group is still open. You need to win the rest of the game. That's as simple as that. All you do is win. That's it. You go away and win. When you play qualifiers, you need to just make sure you win your home games and try to draw or probably win your away games. As simple as that. Or probably be the second best throughout all the groups. And I believe there's a chance for Nigeria to make it to the World Cup. All hope is not lost. This is where NFF need to start taking the right decisions. Now that they are bringing in the foreign technical expert and all those things, we hope that is the right decision they are making for the Nigeria Super Eagles. Listen to this. Going to the World Cup is very important. People don't understand the importance of World Cup. People think it's just anything trivial. But going to the World Cup boosts your economy. See, imagine Nigeria qualifying to the World Cup. Do you know the number of businesses it could open for a lot of young people in Africa, in Nigeria? People open traveling agencies. People would probably try to sell their products. People would online, influencers would get money. Everybody would benefit from Nigeria going to the World Cup. Same for Ghana, same for other African countries. Also, this is an opportunity for a lot of people to reunite with their families, because you are going to the US. Not everybody has that money to return back from US to Africa and come and visit. But this is an opportunity, because guess what? There will be packages that will be favorable for Even then, people who earn less to travel, watch these games, probably you are part of the supporters union. You don't need to pay too much. Government will be sending some people to the World Cup. You don't need to pay too much. You get my point. This World Cup brings a lot of advantage both to the people and also the country. And that is why every country would love to see their players play at the World Cup. Now it's 48 countries, 9 countries, in fact, 9 or 10 countries can make it from Africa here. And it will be very sad if African giants, as they call themselves, Nigeria, are not there. If you're not there, you're not African giant too. I'm sorry. That is the truth. If you're not at the World Cup, you're not African giants. Because if you are there, this is a World Cup where we need countries to represent Africa. You are not there. So who are you going to support? You get my point. So, this is my own takes on it. And this is my last video on the Victor Osimhen and Finidi George issue. Finidi George, I want to see his resume with Enyimba FC in Nigeria. It wasn't bad at all, but I still believe the timing was wrong. Don't get me wrong, the timing was wrong. His appointment to the Super Eagles was wrong. He wasn't the right person to appoint us at that time. You get me? It's as the job was just too big dying. It was very big dying. He couldn't handle it. That is the truth. He could just not handle that particular job. Victor Osimhen, he needs to apologize. You get me? Yeah, you can defend yourself. I support that. I'm not going to be fake. But then sometimes your emotions can carry you away. You can be angry and all those things. But then at the end of the day, when you settle down and the dust clears, when you see you're at fault, as I said, only your food has not changed. You go apologize, try to squash things out. We are men. We do not hold grudges for too long. And then Nigeria needs to hold a united front so that you can qualify to the World Cup. And this is my own takes on it. This is my own takes on it. And once again, you are free to criticize me. It is based on my opinion. So feel free to criticize me. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll see you in the next one. Charlie, we go right.